I love when we get new sneaker models, something different, something fresh that really breaks us out of our normal routine. And Kyrie and Anta have been doing it since they've been working together for the past, 2 years now? And the sneaker we'll look at today may be one of my favorites so far. So today, we'll check out the Anta and Kyrie Irving Hela Style Roots. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you guys for coming on back for another video. Guys, we are looking at a shoe that, well, it came out in February around All-Star break, and from what I've seen, it has some pretty positive buzz about it. Now, the initial release seemed kind of hard to get, but they made sure that they, well, restocked, revamped to make sure everyone could get access to them. And that shoe we're talking about today is going to be the Anta and Kyrie Irving Hela Style Roots. Now, this sneaker actually just picked up. I was surprised because it seemed to have picked up some more steam again out of nowhere. And rightfully so. I mean, look at this sneaker. It's something that's different. It's a beautiful looking shoe. And I love how really the inspiration for this was, well, his heritage, the Native American side of Kyrie Irving. And also you get some cues from his love of skateboarding. Now, all that together, you get this really remarkable lifestyle shoe, which we haven't seen new models really catch the eye so much when it comes from, well, it comes from athletes, honestly, outside of performance side of things. Now, I remember when Nike did, lifestyle models like the KDs, the Kobes, the LeBrons, and they might have done a Kyrie's, I don't remember, but they just never took off. And while Kyrie's been at Anta, he's really had this control, really just putting a brand on his back on it for the American side of things, and doing a heck of a job because he really hasn't come out with a shoe that people have not liked so far. Hoopers like what he's done performance-wise. People in fashion or just sneakerheads love what he's doing with this lifestyle model. And I think this one definitely has some staying power, even though I'm sure they're going to revamp it for another version here soon. But let's get right into it because this one's definitely worth talking about, especially if you, well, were on the fence about it. I think this is one you should definitely take a look at, especially if you like something a little different than the run-of-the-mill sneaker. Now, first things first, we talk about Anta and Kyrie quality. They've done really good quality when it comes to both sides, and they didn't skimp here in the lifestyle portion, of course. Got this nice suede up top, very, very short-haired suede. And this is going to be what the pale ivory color they call it, if I'm not mistaken. And it's done nicely. And I love how, again, taking an inspiration from the Native American side, so it reminds me like kind of the moccasins, just that design you have. Look at that, the raised portions here. Try to get these laces out the way, which we'll talk about here in a minute. We have these raised portions that are perforated, of course, for a little bit of breathability. And as you go up, you have a little bit of that kind of frayed patch up top with the Kyrie branding. Look at that. I love that. It looks really good. Again, just something just different, right? Now, along with that, you see we're going to get to that rubber cup midsole in just a second. But look, again, we talk about kind of moccasins, how Native Americans would put their shoes together. They would have that kind of exposed stitching. Look at that. Right across the toe box here, you're going to get that really nice stitching that goes across, that exposed look that really pays some homage to the old, like, say, Native American style moccasin, which is super cool. Now, of course, the thing you all want to talk about, we move up to the shoe. Look at these laces. This is awesome. This is going to be one version of this sneaker. So this is the Hela Style Roots, and this is going to be the one that's going to be a little bit more just out there, right? When you look at all these different color laces going on. And there is going to be one that has just normal laces. It's called the Hela Style. That one's cool. It's very sleek, very simple for people who don't want to be like, oh my god, out there with the shoe. But for those who do want to have that neck breaker, that head turner, this is definitely the one you want to check out, right? Now, this one, I mean, clearly I would say it doesn't come with extra laces, but it comes with more than enough. And it's going to have basically a lacing system that is going to be 3 sets of laces that you tie up all the way down the eyelet area, which, I mean, you guys can see is at the very bottom of the shoe. It has an extra piece of material that allows the sneaker to lace those extra sets of laces and put them all the way across. Again, just gives them this really cool, just different look. Now, for this pale ivory pair, which I think, I'm looking at my computer as we do this, I think, yeah, every color has a different set of laces. So you're gonna have the Artist on Court pair, which is this purple pair, which is still on my radar, which is going to coincide with the Artist on Court Kyrie 2's purple, has some fuzzy laces included. This one is going to have more of the, let's see, you have yellow and blue, yellow, blue, orange, yellow. You have, looks like black, aqua, and kind of like this purple pink or purple magenta, whatever you want to call it there. And you're also going to have, you see, orange, white, and then it's a yellow and gray, yellow like kind of this weird blue color. And everything has kind of different eyelets on it, so this one is going to be has Hela on there, which is going to be the name that, was it the Sioux tribe gave to, you know what, I have it written down. I can't remember the name exactly, but I write things down so I don't forget for you guys. Was going to be the Standing Rock Sioux tribe gave to Kyrie, which means little mountain, and that's where that Hela comes from. That is going to be his Native American name that was, you know, given to him, bestowed upon him, as you used to say. You're going to have some more eyelets here, of course. You have these really cool ones like clear, like speckles on them. You have the traditional eyelets as well. You got a little bit of everything going on here, and I just love that because it's just such a, again, so different. Typically when you look at these like neck breakers, these shoes out there that really just are, wow, this is different. It's typically a performance shoe almost, or, you know, one of the normal things we see. This is something that's super, you know, out there, and really love how this, their first lifestyle shoe, they said, hey, let's swing for the fences and see what happens, and it seems like they got a positive response here. Now, going up to the tongue tag, you're gonna have, again, a suede tongue. You're gonna have Kyrie's initials embroidered in black here, and you're gonna have the Hela tag on here done up in orange and black as well. Now, let's get to the lateral side of the sneaker. Again, more suede covering. You're going to have this little badge here. You're going to have the hieroglyphics that were also seen in the Kai Speed 1 I reviewed as well. And again, I write things down because for some odd reason, I could not remember each one, but we're going to go ahead and pull those out for you. So if I remember correct or wrote them down correct, the first one is going to mean strength, the second one agility, third one is going to be focus, and then the number 11 is supposed to represent speed because we all know how fast and shifty Kyrie Irving is on the court. I mean, he's one of my favorite basketball players because he's just so dang good and entertaining. I mean, the guy is just a human highlight reel, for lack of better words. So as we get around to the back of the shoe, we're gonna get, again, more suede, and we're gonna get some branding on the back here, of course. You're gonna have Kyrie's logo, but right on the outside in the medial side of the shoe says, okay, Kai LS1. Let me see. And you know what? I just saw that, so that's why I sound confused right now. I didn't realize that was there, and I don't know Kai. I don't know what LS is. So interesting. So I don't know if anybody knows what that means. The LS at least, let me know. That was the first time I actually saw that. It's super light, so I didn't even realize it was there until just now. But yeah, you have that branding along the side. Now, getting back to the rubber cup sole, you're gonna have this sole that is actually gonna have a little break here right in the middle. It's gonna be, of course, that off-white kind of cream color, but the break is gonna expose some foam, which they don't really describe it on the website at all, but it's gonna be, feels like just an EVA foam, really thick. When you put it on, it is, it's comfortable. It's a lifestyle shoe. It's not something I would go like play basketball and start running around in, but it's definitely comfortable enough to walk around all day with no issues. So I didn't have any problems with it when I wore it. In the inside, you do have your insole. It's gonna be a foam insole, you know, decently thick here. You get a little comfort there. And it's gonna be a, there's gonna be a patch sewn in that says peace and wisdom here. Right there, and a little bit of again, Native American style art. There's something else in there too. Oh, and it says, so peace and wisdom, and I couldn't see the other part again until just now, grow and love. So that we're gonna have stitched in there. Now as we put that bad boy back in the shoe, again, okay, well, it doesn't wanna go in, so we'll just move on for now. So we're gonna get to the, actually the heel. Man, I can't forget that because this is one of the coolest parts of the shoe. So they kind of molded in Anta in the back of the heel here, which is really cool because they didn't just slap on like the Anta logo somewhere. They wanted to make sure it flowed with the shoe and it looked good. And it's just not in the way because, well, they kind of let Kyrie do his own thing, which is really cool. I like that. But you see how it's going through the back here. You have Anta just spelled out within the mold of the sole kit here. Now flip it on the outside, we're gonna have our outsole. We have a couple different things here. So we have the Anta branding right there in the middle, of course. We're gonna have a herringbone with the number 11 here. You're gonna have the Hela branding, of course, as well. And you're gonna have the shaman hand kind of fused with the Tai Chi yin yang symbol. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't get that out, but you have that right here as close to the heel as well. So a lot of different things going on. It's one of those shoes where it has a lot, but it is so simple and it fuses. Well, take that back. Let's try to say it again. It has a lot going on, like with our laces here, with our badging, but it's put together so well that it looks simple. It flows effortlessly together to where you have everything that just, it works and plays off of each other perfectly, so you get this shoe that's not too much, not too over the top. Now with the shoe, I did go true to size and it fits perfect. I mean, I try to think of it like try to think of shoes that were really in the same realm of things. So the Adidas Rivalry Low, I think that fits just like this. Air Force Ones, I think it fits like that as well. So if you aren't able to try it on, whatever you wear in those two sneakers, which everyone's different, I know, which I always say try things on if you can, but I would go whatever one of those you like better sizing. Go with that here because it's gonna fit in the same way. It's just one of those similar built sneakers that has kind of this retro vibe to it as well. So definitely try them on if possible, but if not, true to size or whatever size is your favorite retro style like Air Force One or Rivalry, go with that. But I love this shoe. Super cool, very different. I think it's probably, it's in my running for best new sneaker of the year, which we're gonna talk about these rankings and stuff later in the year because I'm not gonna do a traditional way. Just FYI, I'm tired of just the 1 through 10 list. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Because there's so many things out there that deserve to be like a light shine done on them, but they don't all. It's like comparing apples to oranges sometimes. But again, different conversation for a different day. $125. You can find them on the Anta website. You can find them on FootLocker as well. And I like them. I like them a lot. This is one of the best new sneakers I've seen this year. And I think, again, this has some staying power. So let me know what you guys think about the Kyrie and Anta Hela Style roots. And let me know. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, guys, see ya.